Okay, welcome back, everyone, to episode 2 of the Ace Bike Media Podcast. We're actually called the Ace Bike Media Podcast now. Collin, care to explain?
The Ace Bike Media Podcast.
Yeah, unfortunately, Off Camber was a specialized bikes podcast. We should have done our research. We didn't know. We just thought it sounded really cool. And now we're out of a really cool name, and we're just going to call it Ace Bike Media Podcast because we are not that creative anymore.
Yeah, and we're not going to go up against Specialized on this one.
No. I mean, maybe like Mongoose, but...
Yeah. Anyways, well, first of all, I'm Andy, half of the team for Ace Bike Media, which started as a YouTube channel.
And I'm Collin, the other half of Ace Bike Media, the one who's in Wisconsin.
Yeah, so that's a good point to bring up because some people don't realize that it's two of us running the YouTube channel, and then obviously we're planning on doing these podcasts together. And I used to live in Wisconsin, but currently live in North Carolina.
Yeah, and we both went to high school together, and that's how we started riding bicycles together.
Yeah, I remember it was just like, I didn't really know anybody who actually rode seriously in high school. And then I was wearing like a Fox BMX shirt one day, which was basically my wardrobe every day. But you called me out.
That was at a point where when you saw somebody wearing Fox Racing, you'd be like, you do moto or BMX? And now you see Fox and you're just like, oh, you've been to them all, huh?
Yeah, Gadzooks. Well, anyways, before we get into it, I just wanted to take an opportunity to mention who we plan next to have on the podcast.
Yeah, so, I mean, we've kind of been working out the details a little bit. We're going to have Austin Bankert from Cognitive MTB Clothing coming on. For those who don't know who he is, his clothing brand does all the clothing for Seth's Bike Hacks. And he's also a really good bicycle tour guide.
Yeah, and he's also good at Facebook ads, I've noticed, which is all good. I'm happy to see his stuff. But yeah, that'll be a good one.
Yeah, and then we're also going to have Pat Samaji on, who is a lot of things. I mean, a lot of people might know him from America's Got Talent. I know there were semifinalists.
Yeah, well, they were fine. They were finalists, which was funny because like their semifinal show was the best show I think they've ever done, and then they got to the finals and they couldn't top themselves.
I hate when that happens. But yeah, he's a motorcycle trials guy, and he also is really, really good on a bicycle. And he might be the only person who is sponsored by 2 separate bicycle manufacturers. So that's kind of cool and unique.
Yeah, on top of his sponsors for everything else. But
yeah, and I will say, if you guys don't know who he is, just check out his PNW components, like Welcome to the Team video. It's maybe the coolest video on the internet, and he does it on a fat bike, which I would have never expected a fat bike video to be cool. But he does it.
Oh, I've seen him do a few fat bike videos that are pretty cool.
Have you seen that video?
No, I haven't seen that one, I don't think.
It's mind-blowing. It's really, really good. Just the whole production is really good. So check that out. But yes, he's going to be on, hopefully. I mean, he agreed to it, so it should be pretty cool once we figure out all the details and we can get it planned out.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, yeah, then let's just jump into the rest of we kind of prepared some questions for each other. Do you want to start, Collin?
Yeah. So, what's your favorite color?
It's purple.
Is
definitely.
It?
What?
I mean, those are the stupid questions people want to know. I know.
What's your favorite color?
It's blue.
Oh, wow. Real original, Collin. Really original.
I mean, you asked, man.
Yeah.
I can only be so unique. All right. Maybe I'll come up with a more unique color like magenta or something. Very specific favorite color.
Yeah, I think you need to think a little harder.
Yeah, I guess it's something I haven't thought about since maybe elementary school. But so yeah, we've been riding together for a really long time. I mean, do you know off the top of your head? At least 15, probably close to 20 years.
Yeah, I just know it was 2003 that we started building my backyard ramp. Well, we didn't know at the time it was going to be a backyard ramp, but we started building a spine in my dad's shop, and that was 2003, and I think that was the year we met because we did that in December.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, I mean, 17 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's kind of interesting because, like, you know, a lot of people have fallen in and out of riding, but I feel like at least once a year we did a big trip, and you know, we rode together when I lived in Wisconsin pretty often.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, of all the people we rode with, we're kind of the last of our group that still rides. Like, I knew all along I was never going to stop riding something. Like,
Yeah.
I ride dirt bikes. I've raced dirt bikes my whole life. BMX has always been in my life. I knew eventually at a certain age I was going to be a mountain biker.
Yeah. Well, I didn't
But
really, just because of, like, I felt like there was a stigma at one point, but that was pretty quick to be overcome.
For sure. And the sad part is I actually expected to be a cross country mountain biker. I was like, it just seems like the reasonable like stepping stone once you hit 30. I was like, I know that's where I'm going to be. And I'm so glad I'm not.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I think, like, also in Wisconsin, especially then, like, you know, you guys are getting some more diverse trails now, but like that's what there really was.
Yeah, it's such a cross country scene here. And actually, I mean, that's cool. Like, what is it? The NICA stuff is really blowing up, and Wisconsin's a big part of it for the kids. And I think that's awesome. But I mean, to just further beat us into the cross country scene, there was supposed to be U.S. National in Wisconsin this year, and it was like the only stop that wasn't in California was supposed to be in Wisconsin. So it's like, okay, I mean,
Yeah, I think that seems to be a lot of sports happening out there, and then they like throw one or two in the Midwest. But
yeah.
well, I guess, like, obviously we've ridden together for a long time. Do you have like your favorite memory of us riding together?
I have several. I mean, it's kind of hard to like choose one or the other, but like when we were, I don't know, freshman or sophomore in high school, we used to rent out Area 51 Skatepark when we rode BMX, and that was always like, God, that was such a blast, and everyone was throwing down whenever we would do that, and that was probably to this day my favorite skate park.
Yeah, me too. And it was really cool because we could like get 12 friends and then, you know, rent the place out for $100 for a couple hours.
Yeah, those times are good. Otherwise, I don't know, anytime I'm in North Carolina and we can go for a ride, it's fun. Those are good times.
Yeah.
Mountain biking has been more of an adventure with the adrenaline side to it.
Yeah, I think definitely riding in Pisgah, the couple times that we've been there, have been the most fun I've had on a bike. And the first time was literally, I just got a bike. Like, you literally had more, it was my first mountain bike, and you had more time on my mountain bike than I had, and I never really rode. And then, like, one of our first runs was Avery Creek in Pisgah.
Yeah, I built your Diamondback on your porch at like 11 p.m. Wait, was it the night I got to North Carolina?
Yeah, I think I had just gotten it.
I think you picked me up at the airport. You had it in a box in your car. We built it on your porch at like 11 p.m.
Yep.
You went to work the next day. You left me your bike and your car, and I went and rode.
Yeah, and you broke it right away too.
Yeah, like first pedal, I just snapped the chain. I was like, this is unbelievable, but
Yeah.
I got it taken care of. How about you? Just
Yeah.
Pisgah memories or other BMX trips or anything?
Yeah, I think those, I was thinking like the other day how much fun it was riding Barn Burner or at Baker's Creek and doing that like jump line together. Cause I don't think we ever did a line like that together, like, and just one after another, like hitting like those. They're pretty big jumps. They're not doubles, but I mean big jumps there.
No, big tables. That's a fun line.
Yeah, for sure. And then, I don't know, looking further back, I really enjoyed our first Rays trip in Ohio, because that was even before, it's kind of crazy to think there's no Rays in Milwaukee for years now. And this was before there was one in Milwaukee. So we went to Rays, Ohio, and I just feel like it was just such a fun trip because that place just seemed so big at the time, and it is big, but like now I go there and like I know where everything is. But when we went there and just like exploring that place and just learning like how to ride these things that we never rode before, and actually like I feel like both of us like really threw down some things to be happy with that trip.
Yeah, and wait, do you still have the footage?
I don't know where the footage was.
I definitely threw down some of my best tricks, and then like the footage just disappeared.
I don't know what happened to it. That was back when we had tapes and I was irresponsible. I have a whole box full of mini DV tapes. I got to look through them. It might be there. I wouldn't count on it.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm still waiting for that curved wall ride video.
Yeah, well, you might just have to go back and do it again. I still got the camera. I'll film it on that one.
No, like my thing with like Rays is a blast, and that trip was amazing. But it's like from where I'm at, like I hate driving through Ohio. It's the absolute worst.
I can understand that.
But it's an 8.5 hour drive for me, and it's like if I'm gonna go there in winter, why don't I just drive 10 hours and go to Windrock now? I'd rather ride outside.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
And Windrock scares the absolute piss out of me.
Yeah, same here.
I like it. I like being a little scared, but yeah, this place is wild. So, okay, kind of on the same topic, what would you rather ride? The best skate park in the world or the best MTB trail in the world?
I've had some of the best times of my life at skate parks. And I think it's been really fun for BMX and that, and like just hanging out with friends. Like you can't really beat hanging out at the skate park with good friends, but for something to ride, like I would have to say a mountain bike trail, because it's different every single time. Like whereas a skate park, like for the most part, what kind of diversity can there be, especially if you ride the same skate park? It gets kind of old, but I feel like you can ride the same mountain bike trail like every day and not get sick of it. Maybe not every day, depending on the trail, but like there are some trails that I think you could ride every day and really have a blast. How about you?
Yeah, the same. I mean, there's so many cool places to go ride, but like you said, I think there's quite a few trails, even trails that I've ridden before, that I think I probably wouldn't get bored of. Maybe, I don't know. But I mean, just mountain biking is such an adventure, and it's so different. And it's still, like, you still get the hangout aspect.
Yeah.
And that's why I like enduro racing, because it's like I get that competitive side, but I also get the adventure side, and I get to hang out with all my friends and do bike stuff.
Yeah.
And bike friends are the coolest friends.
Yeah. Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, I would definitely agree with what you said, though. So if you could pick one video to do right now for our YouTube channel, which obviously like this is the podcast, but it's in conjunction with our YouTube channel, what would it be as far as a video?
I know I've been annoying you and all our other friends. I really want to go do Mega Avalanche in France. I think that would be a really badass trip, and we could do a whole video series on it. I really want to go have that experience.
Yeah, I know when you first sent that to me a couple of years ago, I like watched the videos of like the pro riders. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way that I would do that. It seems so crazy. And then like I went and looked a little bit more. Like actually I didn't even look. It just came up one day on a suggested video to watch, and it was like the amateur or open race. And it still looks crazy, but it looked a lot more fun. And I feel like that'd be pretty cool to go do.
Yeah, I think once you get down the glacier, it probably is relatively manageable. It's just a glacier.
It just seems so crazy to think that it's a race that starts on a glacier.
Yeah, and actually I was just playing around on the website the other day because I wanted to see if they canceled it, and I just noticed they do a 3-stage enduro like 4 or 5 days before, and I'm like, shit, Like I should do the enduro and the mega. But whatever. I mean, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm gonna do that race at some point.
Yeah.
Despite what my wife says, I'm going.
I'm in. We can figure out what to do with her at the time.
Yeah. I mean, we could just tell her we're going to Disney or something.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just.
But then
make up
she'd
some-
want to go.
Yeah, that's a problem. We'll think of something. How about you? What kind of video would you like to create?
I just think like the backyard stuff is really cool right now, and like not only right now, like I'm kind of doing it just so like we can put out some stuff, and it's cool to have like my own trail, but like people on the channel probably don't know that, you know, I had a huge skate park in my dad's backyard, and when I say huge, I mean like it was like over 4,000 square feet at one point.
It was massive.
Yeah, and all wood. It wasn't like on the ground, so like all wood, flat bottoms and everything. Like it had like a spine rhythm and everything. Like it was pretty wild. And for me, it was super fun to ride it, but it was also really fun to build it. So kind of like the whole idea of building, riding, and filming are like my three favorite things. So that's really cool. But there'd be that, and then if we did do another trip, we will do another trip, but like I don't know exactly where it would be, but like my ideal place would be like Western Canada, and you know, not just riding like Vancouver and Whistler and stuff, but like getting further up all over BC and up in the Yukon and riding car cross and stuff like that. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. That would be very sick. And for people that are following along with your backyard trail builds, what's next?
Well, as far as like the trail, I know I got to get like the last thing I built, which was the wood rollers. I got to get that in there. And then I don't know. I'm not really sure after that.
I think you need to loop it. I've mentioned it before. I think you need to build a really cool uphill trail. It sounds ridiculous, but like just build something that's like kind of tricky and like just a snake back up. But you could also ride backwards.
Yeah, that's true. I got to figure out the creek crossing is the big thing.
Dude, you've been to Pisgah. Drop some trees and call it a day.
I think it dips down a little bit more, but
we haven't crossed all the bridges in Pisgah, Andy.
I'll figure something out. I might put it out for the viewers to suggest some things, because I think there's a few options. I just don't know.
Yeah, I think a cool technical uphill though. Make it a loop. But I forgot to mention to you, I actually rode my pump track backwards yesterday. I was like, I need to test it out backwards just for shits and giggles. I was like, there's no way it's going to work backwards. And it actually did work out backwards.
Yeah.
Pretty well. You actually get a pretty good boost out of a corner I wasn't expecting.
I'm kind of surprised you hadn't done that yet.
Yeah, well, I haven't been able to ride it. Like the track just wasn't rideable. It was too soft. It wasn't packing. And then finally I dug up all that clay, slapped it in the corners, watered the piss out of it, and let it sit for like literally almost 2 weeks. And I was like, well, I'll just go give it a shot real quick. And I jumped on it, and it was insane. Like it's a really fun pump track, actually.
Nice. How do you feel about the fact that I have 100% pure clay to work with here?
Honestly, I'm not that jealous.
Yeah.
Clay is really tough to work with.
Oh, I can attest to that.
I don't know. I was just having I don't know. Like the clay actually, I don't know if the clay really helped. There's like a clay silt mixture that I guess is supposed to be really good for working with. And that's kind of what I got. And I just started like using that in the corners, and that really helped.
Yeah. Nice.
So.
Well, I guess one last thing is, what do you see for the future of the YouTube channel? And I don't know, maybe other than that, you know, not just the channel, what do you think the future of Ace Bike Media would be in your eyes?
Well, hopefully the future is thousands upon thousands of subscribers.
We're getting there. We're still sub 500, but the thousands and thousands are coming.
It's coming.
All the bots say we need more subscribers. So like,
yeah, the bots are really inspirational. Like they make me feel good.
Yeah.
But as far as like the future goes, like, I mean, I hope it's kind of a lot of what we're doing. I hope we just kind of like, I mean, me specifically, like, I mean, a lot of people might not know you're actually a video guy. Mm-hmm. I am actually not a video guy. I try to be, and I'm really trying to improve my skills. But also, like, hopefully we can, at least on my end, just keep putting out cool content. We can do some more bike trips together, separate. I want to do more trail videos. I want to do more bike product reviews. As far as the backyard stuff, for me, I think it's coming pretty close to an end, other than having maybe a backyard pump track jam. Mm-hmm. If I can do some more dirt jumps in and out, maybe I'll film that. I want to do some dirt bike content. Maybe not a lot, just some.
Yeah.
We'll see. How about you? What do you think the future holds?
Yeah, I think it's some of the same stuff, like as far as like there's so many trails in my area that I need to go out and ride and do a video of. I guess like at a certain point my backyard trail's gonna be done too, but I do have at least a few more things that I'm gonna do, and then obviously get people out to ride. And then I guess the next big thing is I'll be spending a good part of the summer up there by you, so we'll come up with some ideas. I know the skate park I mentioned is still there at my dad's, but it is absolutely unrideable. But we did, right before I moved, we built a mountain bike trail there. And I think that can be resurrected. And the funny thing is, like, we built that, but none of us had mountain bikes. Like, we built a mountain bike trail, but we didn't even have mountain bikes.
Yeah, I just got a DJ. Like, right. Yeah. And that was, I mean, it worked. It felt cool, but like, yeah, it wasn't a mountain bike.
Yeah, so we'll do that and get some riding in, hopefully with John, and
yeah, hopefully get kind of our whole mountain bike crew together, and hopefully I can get you up to Marquette, Michigan.
Yep.
This summer, and that's probably my favorite place to ride. So I can show you around that, and we can do some pretty cool videos up there. I already have a couple ideas, some really cool stuff that we can do. Bring your drone.
All right. I don't use that enough. Now people know that I have that, and
yeah, you definitely have that. I'm actually surprised you haven't done a drone flyover of your backyard trail.
I know, it's just like I'm digging like the whole day, like when I'm out there working on it, and then I'm like, I don't feel like I got to do it on a day where I'm like not working on it, which I haven't been, but
yeah, half the time I'm digging, I'm too tired to film. But
yeah,
my next track video will be a lot of riding, not digging.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to you coming up here, and then like we can do some cool stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe we can do a podcast in person.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be pretty rowdy. I don't know if our channel's ready for that. We're gonna confuse people even more.
Yeah, they'll just think like one of us is sitting there talking to a mirror or something.
Wait, they look the same, and this guy's got clay, and this guy doesn't.
I don't know. I don't get it. If you want to explain to us why you think we're the same person, put it in the comments of this podcast, and then we'll address them in the next one.
Yeah, I think Andy needs to change his appearance. I think you got to change something. You got to sound different. Like you were saying, you still have a Midwest accent. You got to get rid of that.
I know. Well, I know. I haven't been acclimated yet down here, but I do. I'll say y'all once in a while. Like it comes out once in a while. Anyways, all right. Thank you guys for listening. Look forward to the next podcast. We appreciate all of you watching our videos, liking, subscribing, and we appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks, guys.